Alright guys, as I mentioned before, this is Mr. Anthony Williams' Medical Medium book. This is a phenomenal book. If you have not got your hands onto it, please do. This book has literally taught us a lot of things about the myth of the medical society and what we have believed all these years. So this book is for practically anybody. It says people who have ADHD, adrenal fatigue, autism, autoimmune disease, candida, chronic fatigue syndrome, depression and anxiety, diabetes, digestive disorders, Epstein-Barr virus, fibromyalgia, leaky gut syndrome, lupus, Lyme disease, menopausal symptoms, migraines, multiple sclerosis, PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, rheumatic arthritis, thyroid disorders, vertigo and tetanus, and more. I'm sure we all fall into one of these categories or more. So this is a great book, and if you can also buy it from eBay, and I think a lot of sellers are there in Amazon as well. So this is a great book, and we are going to talk about one of the recipes from this book. And I am a big fan of Mr. Anthony William because I have learned a lot, and this is a heavy metal detox smoothie as we talked about that we are going to do today, and it has several ingredients, but most of them are natural ingredients. I mean, all of them are natural, but some we have to buy it from a certain company, and the company he recommends is Vimergy. So we have all these, and I'm just going to go one by one on the ingredients. It's quick, simple and easy, and this is a great morning smoothie. Believe me, it stays in your tummy for a long time, and it is very refreshing as well, and not to mention it releases all the heavy metals from our body. So here we go. I have 2 bananas. It's preferably a ripe banana, but today I have this one, but if you have ripe bananas, that's the best. 2 ripe bananas. I have a glass of water, and I have barley grass. This is the brand that he recommends from Vimergy. And I have wild blueberries. So this is not ordinary blueberries. These are wild blueberries that you get from the freezer section. And this one I got it from Walmart. So which was very good. It was cheap and competitive. And I have soaked in the organic cilantro over here. And I have the spirulina from Vimergy. And over here is the Atlantic Dulce. So this is from the main course sea vegetables. So it is also USDA organic. And basically the Atlantic Dulce is a sea vegetable, if you guys don't know about that. And I have this measuring spoon over here. Let's see what are the measurements for this beautiful recipe. Let's get started. Okay, I have my blender here. I'm just putting in my ingredients. So this one has 2 bananas, 2 ripe bananas like I mentioned before. The more riper your fruit is, the more detox it does. So just so you know. And this is 2 bananas and my soaked cilantro. This comes up to 1 cup of cilantro along with the leaves and the stem. I'm just gonna put this in. And I'm going to pour in 1 full glass of water. It can be more or less, it doesn't matter. Anthony William recommends you can also use 1 cup of orange juice instead of the water, but I don't mix orange or any citric with my fruits or vegetables. Those stay alone. Those stay alone for me. So, and then a handful of dulse, the sea vegetable that we talked about, handful of that. And then 2 cups of wild blueberries. I'm just putting a little bit lesser because I don't like too much of blueberries. It gives me the tart flavor, but the recipe says 2 cups of wild blueberries. And 1 teaspoon of barley grass. So I have the barley grass capsules. It's better to buy it in the powder form, but I didn't know that before. So I would recommend to buy it in the powder form for this recipe. So I'm just going to measure it and I'm going to start pouring it in. So I'm just going to release. What I'm going to do is I'm just releasing the capsule and putting the powder inside. Yeah, you may need 2 capsules for this. Okay, here we go. 1 teaspoon of barley grass powder and 1 teaspoon of spirulina. Just gonna show you guys how the spirulina looks inside. It's pretty black. And it also sticks to your blender, so always put it on top. You don't want to put it on the bottom and it sticks to your blender and hard to work with. Okay, so that's about it. So what it has is 2 ripe bananas, 2 cups of wild blueberries, 1 cup of cilantro, 1 teaspoon of spirulina, 1 teaspoon of barley grass, and a handful of Atlantic Dulce, along with 1 cup of water or 1 cup of orange juice. It better be freshly squeezed orange juice if you choose to use the orange juice. Please do not use anything from the store, as it contains sugar and other chemicals, so that is not going to serve the purpose. So this is it. We don't want to add anything else to this recipe. You cannot add dates or celery or nothing other than the original recipe, because it's going to mess up with your heavy metal detox. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and blend it, and I'm going to show you how it looks. Okay, now that we have added the 5 most important key ingredients for this recipe, those are the wild blueberries, cilantro, barley grass, spirulina, and the dulse. But of course, follow the entire recipe for greater results, because this not only is perfectly designed to pull out heavy metals, but it also does more to cleanse your organs. So the heavy metals that this might help to pull out are mercury, lead, aluminum, nickel, copper, and cadmium. So it goes deep into your organs and pulls out all the heavy metals. So that is a theory of Anthony William, and I really love it. And if you have not checked out the description box about every single ingredient, what it does, how it pulls out heavy metals from where in your body, please go back and check that out. Those are very valuable, useful information that will help you to move forward and keep you in the game. Alright, let's start blending. Okay, the next step is to store them in a mason jar if you are going to drink it for later. I usually take it throughout the day, because this is a little too much for me in the morning just for breakfast, because I usually have it on empty stomach 20-25 minutes after my celery juice. But if you're going to take this as a breakfast smoothie the first thing in the morning, that is even better. You can go for the heavy metal detox smoothie first thing in the morning on empty stomach right after you brush. This is simply great. Alright, we are ready. I have my mason jar over here. I'm just going to start pouring it in. Alright guys, here we go. I made 1 extra for my husband. It's the same recipe, it's just doubled right now. I'll see you guys in the next video. If you like this video, definitely like, share, and subscribe.